Jeff, are you shocked that this has happened to this point?
Absolutely.
How does it happen?
Well, I think give LeBron James the bulk of the credit. His greatness has shown through, and Cleveland, with their injuries, they've taken better offensive players off the floor, but added better defensive players, and so they've transformed themselves into this great defensive team. And yet I still think the Warriors, will find a way, because in the NBA, the better team almost always wins playoff series. So I give Cleveland, I think it's a remarkable accomplishment that they've won 2 games, and yet I still believe as strongly in the Warriors as I ever have.
And I agree with you, and Michael kind of jumped me a little bit, because I think the winner of this game wins the series, and the reason for that is because if the Warriors win, it becomes a best of 3, and they've got the home court. But if the Cavaliers were to win tonight, Jeff, the extra rest they get, not having to play again until Sunday, they're not blowing a 3-1 series lead. So is that too bold a statement to say the winner tonight wins the series?
Well, I think it's more apt that Golden State would win from 3-1 down than Cleveland winning if it's 2-2. So I don't think Golden State would be in an impossible situation if they, went down 3-1. But I do feel like if it's 2-2, it would be very difficult for Cleveland to win another game on the road in Golden State. They've maxed out, all of their talent and resources, and I just don't see them having enough. But, they win tonight. Hey, listen, if they won tonight, what would be a bold move? Not to even take your starting team to Golden State. Just rest up for Game 6. No, but listen, why? Would we criticize them because teams do it in the regular season and they don't play their guys? I think that would be the ultimate move if David Blatt he and his starters stayed at home and they went out to the West Coast with 6 guys, Joe Harris, Brendan Haywood, Kendrick Perkins, and let it rip.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I don't know how big a hockey guy you are, but I think that's what the Lightning did last night, not playing Ben Bishop. He's not 100%. They had a 2-1 series lead and said, you know what, I'll sacrifice the game to win the war and get a healthier player coming back with the extra day's rest for Game 5. So they wouldn't do it, but sometimes coaches do think about, what gives you the better chance to win well-rested down the road. Yeah,
I'm not sure about, it really, you don't really know how hurt a guy is until, unless you coach him. Mm-hmm. But that did seem like an odd move to me. Like you have a chance to, take a stranglehold on the series if you go up 3-1.
Right.
But listen, what do I know? I don't know anything about hockey.
All right. Now, one thing that I've wondered about, the last 2 games, the Cavaliers have built up nice leads, and they've given them back for the most part. And the one constant is that he always acquiesces to what Kerr is doing, and Blatt goes small and takes Mozgov out. What would be the terrible thing, Jeff? All right, I'm going to go big against your small. Let's see who wins the advantage.
Some people believe in that. They do. Phil Jackson, for instance, when he coached, rarely downsized Memphis. Now they never downsize if you go small. But I think when LeBron James can play at the 4 and you can play one big, it makes some sense, both defensively and offensively, to play like that. So sometimes Mozgov, who's played very well, I thought, gets left out. But I understand David Blatt's thinking with that.
Coach, do they need to double LeBron more and get the ball out of his hands some?
See, the defense against James and really the whole Cavaliers team has been championship-level defense. Golden State's offense is what is holding it back. Now, that being said, the reason I would double some if I was Steve Kerr tonight is for my offense. because what I would try to do is speed James's decision-making up so he couldn't bleed the clock as much, make the ball go to the weak side, make those guys make plays, and then try to force a little quicker tempo at times. And I think the isolation offense that Cleveland's using right now, one of the benefits is it allows people like Tristan Thompson and Dellavedova to play huge minutes because they're not expending any energy on offense. They're standing, watching, waiting, and then, for Dellavedova, he takes a couple spot-up shots. For Tristan Thompson, when his man leaves to go help, he just runs right to the front of the rim and tries to offensive rebound. And I think by making them play quicker and be more of the playmakers than James being the playmaker, it would even exact more of a toll on their level of energy. And I think it would help Golden State's offense.
What do you think David Lee's role is going to be the rest of the series?
Well, certainly he gave him a good boost on offense because far different than Bogut and Azili when he rolls to the rim. He's very good at finishing, but what he does exceptionally well is he can make plays and make passes, and you saw it all in the second half. I thought he played very well. Now, his weakness is at the other end. It takes shot blocking out of the play, but I actually thought he held up well defensively. And, I would expect – I think it's really challenging for a coach. How much do you change? Either personnel, rotation, starting lineup, and how much do you change strategy-wise? Because you're down 2-1. I think you want to give your guys a sense of confidence that if we do what we do well enough, we'll win. And at the same time, you don't want to be late in not making critical adjustments that will give you a better chance to win.
Stephen Curry got hot toward the end of the game. In baseball, they say momentum only goes as far as your next day's starting pitcher. Do you believe that heating up will carry into this game, or do you not believe in momentum in that sense?
I believe in it a little bit, because I think when you see the ball go in, you naturally feel better about yourself. But to me, this goes beyond Curry shooting the ball better. They have a number of guys who have not played well that have to play better. Their starting front court has to play better. Harrison Barnes, Draymond Green, and Andrew Bogut. They've got to play better. Yeah, Curry's got to shoot the ball better. Game 1, he shot it well. Game 2, not well at all, and they still had a chance to win. Game 3, he got going late. But I think it goes beyond that. I think they've got to find, when you're a coach in this situation, down 2-1 on the road, you surround your best players, Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, with your best competitors. And only Steve Kerr knows who he really believes in and who he believes in their competitive spirit. But those guys will get the majority of the minutes tonight.